Yes. Hello, my beautiful friends. What an amazing day it is. Welcome back. I hope that your Thursday Thanksgiving is off to a tremendous booming start and your appetite is warming up if you're not already enjoying at the moment. We've got a great live stream planned ahead. Unfortunately, some somber news on what should otherwise be a joyous day. While many of us are giving thanks for all of the amazing things that are out there, two families, and maybe more, are, of course, having to grapple with the possibility that they are on the verge of losing a loved one today. We had two National Guard members who were shot and attacked yesterday by apparently some Afghan alien brought here by Joe Biden under some perverted law. And we'll go through it. We've got the latest news. Kash Patel was out with others, Janine Pirro, this morning to give us an update. So we've got some clips on that. And we're learning more about the shooter, who he was, why he was here, how he got here, and how the White House is responding to this, basically clamping down on all Afghan immigration coming in and locking down D.C., making sure that there are additional National Guard brought out to secure the premises. We also have reaction from the 6 seditious senators who all made posts about this last night, and we don't even have to shred them too hard because the commenters are handling that for all of us. They are just ripping them in the comments because Mark Kelly and Alyssa Slotkin have now come out and we are so sad this happened. We're like, you have spent the last year talking about how evil the troops are and how bad they are for kidnapping people off the streets and throwing them out of the country and all the things. And they just made their little video about how the Guardsmen and the U.S. military have to be reminded to not break the law, not violate lawful orders. So these senators were going to come out and encourage them to just follow the law, implying that they weren't following the law, which might be useful if you were a psycho who wanted to eliminate them, because then you could point to the senators to say, see, they're saying they're committing illegal orders. That's why they made this video. And now 2 of them have been shot and they're in critical condition. The president came out talking about this, saying the animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen, with both being critically wounded and now in separate hospitals, is also severely wounded. But regardless, we'll pay a very steep price. God bless our great National Guard and all of our military and law enforcement. These are truly great people. I, as President of the United States, and everyone associated with the office of the presidency, am with you. And amen to that. Very nice statement from the president. We are with them. There are 2 National Guardsmen. The latest over from Fox, bunch of updates over here. So let's just check out the latest together to see what they've been posting for us. Still critically injured. Updates are going to continue. The live blog coverage is closed. So they closed it up about 4 hours ago. But the latest is, wow. This guy entered legally according to Joe Biden's welcome program after they botched the Afghanistan withdrawal and left a dozen service members dead on the way out, and then also left $80 billion worth of equipment. They then brought in a bunch of terrorists, apparently. This person is named Ramanullah Lochinwall. 3 law enforcement sources told Fox News Digital. And there was this weird back and forth on this last night. We thought that they were deceased, these 2 American heroes, but apparently not. The governor, Patrick Moresy of West Virginia, he came out and he said that they had been killed. And then he reversed it. He said, sorry, I was receiving conflicting info. And I thought, oh, gosh. So they're trying to piece together what the motive was. They can't figure it out. Mike Lee, a senator, he, of course, posted, I've been warning for years that there was grave danger in the far too successful effort to facilitate the immigration of people from Afghanistan and everywhere. I wish more had heeded those warnings, especially after today's tragedy. Christy Noem said, the suspect who shot our brave National Guardsman is an Afghan national who was one of the many unvetted mass paroled into the United States under Operation Allies Welcome on September 8, 2021. Under the Biden administration, she's not even going to mention his name. The Army secretary went over to go visit the hospital. His name is Dan Driscoll. He made a statement. He said, "I just visited our National Guardsmen in the hospital today. My heart breaks for them, their families, and those impacted by this horrific attack on our nation's capital. Praise the service of all of them. Every one of our Guardsmen made the courageous decision to serve. Continuing to pray for the families." Massey says the same. Please pray for our National Guardsmen and their families. The news probably won't tell you this, but the U.S. House of Representatives voted to relax vetting. Oh, great job. And increase visas for Afghan nationals seeking to enter the United States during the Biden administration, but I voted no. Thank you, Thomas, for doing that. Jim Justice calls for an immediate review of all of the applications under Biden. Absolutely sickening, he says, that some Afghan national ambushed 2 American service members. We need to immediately review each and every one of these. And the president came out and gave a full address yesterday over from Florida. You can see the White House posted this. President Trump delivers remarks on the horrific attack on the great National Guard warriors. We'll listen to some of this. And then I've got Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, and others queued up. Here was the president from last night. Okay, let's begin starting. If this is going to play for us. No, it's not here yet. Here we go. Mr. President is now live.
Today, on the eve of the Thanksgiving holiday, 2 members of the National Guard serving in Washington, D.C., were shot at point-blank range in a monstrous ambush-style attack just steps away from the White House. They had been deputized as part of the most successful public safety and national security mission in the history of our nation's capital, the D.C. Safe and Beautiful Task Force, which has achieved an unprecedented reduction in violent crime and crimes of all type. This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation. It was a crime against humanity. The hearts of all Americans tonight are with those 2 members of the West Virginia National Guard and their families. The love of our entire country is pouring out for them, and we are lifting them up in our prayers. As we are filled with anguish and grief for those who were shot, we're also filled with righteous anger and ferocious resolve. As President of the United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price. I can report tonight that based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country.
Bad.
This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival. An example is Minnesota, where hundreds of thousands of Somalians are ripping off our country and ripping apart that once great state. Billions of dollars are lost, and gangs of Somalians come from a country that doesn't even have a government, no laws, no water, no military, no nothing. As their representatives in our country preach to us about our Constitution and how our country is no good. We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by people who shouldn't even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them.
Exactly right.
America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilling. That is why tonight I can announce that I have directed the Department of War to mobilize an additional 500 troops to help protect our capital city. We will make America totally safe again, and we will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice if the bullets going in the opposite direction haven't already done that. During this time of the year, when we gather at home with loved ones, these two patriots were wearing the uniform of our country, patrolling the streets of our capital. They had taken a selfless oath to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that is exactly what they were doing when they were gunned down in a savage attack. I want to express my extraordinary gratitude to every member of the United States military who is deployed tonight, at home and abroad. I also want to thank the Secret Service and the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department for their work today. This Thanksgiving, I ask every family to say a prayer for the two great heroes who were so horribly shot, and for their loved ones. Please say a prayer.
We will,
May
sir.
God bless them and comfort them, and may God bless and protect the United States of America. Thank you, and good night.
Good night, Mr. President. Thank you. Very nice statement, and prayers up for those families and for those servicemen and women who are recovering in the hospital right now. So that is what the White House had to say. Then we did see the USCIS, Customs and Immigration Services, come out and drop this one. 2.2 million views over here, getting a lot of attention last night, saying, hey, effective immediately, processing of all immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals is stopped indefinitely, pending further review of security and vetting protocols. The protection and safety of our homeland and of the American people remains our singular focus and mission. And are we at the breaking point yet? Are we at enough is enough level status? Have we gotten there? Do we need more illegal aliens getting driver's licenses and then murdering people on the highways? Do we need more illegal aliens, or even the pseudo-illegal aliens? Okay, they're going to say this guy was brought in here legally by Joe Biden. They exploited all the laws. They were flying people in here. Maybe he had lawful status, but it was an exploitation of the law. You get it. Why do we have aliens in our country who are just bursting at the seams to kill our people, who shouldn't have been brought in here to begin with? You can say they're here legally. So, okay, well, that's fine. Why? Why were they brought here? So that they can murder our people, murder them on the highways, murder the women running around in the parks, throwing their bodies over bridges, murdering our National Guards members the day before Thanksgiving while they're out there protecting our Capitol building. When are we going to get even the Democrats to come out and say, all right, this is kind of not so good. We don't want to have this anymore. Their argument always is, well, American citizens shoot and kill people all the time. And you say, well, that might be true. We don't need to import more of that. And the people who are coming into our country or are here, as the president mentioned, Somalia, if you're here and you're calling yourself a citizen, but you have loyalties to another nation and to another flag, in my book, you're not a citizen. A citizen is not just a little label like a driver's license, like, here you go, you can do stuff in America now. You should have loyalty and love to America. So if you're going to be waving around your foreign flags, I don't care what flag it is, or a non-American flag, that is a flag of conquest. And you can go back to your home countries and conquest over there. But here in America, we have the American flag. We want an American culture. We don't want to be importing terrorists and murderers. So the Department of War also came out. They had a statement yesterday, a little bit of this one from Hegseth out on the Capitol. Here's what he said after a meeting, really talking about
very productive meetings. But I want to start by saying after those meetings, myself and my team were notified that 2 National Guardsmen had been shot in Washington, D.C., critically wounded. The shooter shot in a cowardly, dastardly act, targeting the best of America, heroes willing to serve in Washington, D.C., serve for people they don't know and they've never met. because they love their country and their capital and their community. They were willing to do dangerous things others were not because they love their fellow Americans. Someone decided to turn that into targeting National Guardsmen. That will only stiffen our resolve. We will never back down. We will secure our capital. We will secure our cities. In fact, this happened just steps away from the White House. It will not stand. And that's why President Trump has asked me, and I will ask the Secretary of the Army to the National Guard, to add 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C. This will only stiffen our resolve to ensure that we make Washington, D.C. safe and beautiful. The drop in crime has been historic. The increase in safety and security has been historic. But if criminals want to conduct things like this, violence against America's best, we will never back down. President Trump will never back down. That's why the American people elected him. America and our warriors, our National Guardsmen, are strong. And so we're following this very closely. We're getting information rapidly. I mentioned the faith of this country, the Christian faith, the prayers. I would ask for prayers for our National Guardsmen.
Excuse me, Mr. P.
Appeals to heaven for our National Guardsmen, for their families, on bended knee as a War Department, as a nation.
Excuse me.
We will never back down.
Excuse
we think about them right now.
Venezuela.
Pipe down.
Venezuela.
We had a couple of great, productive meetings with the President and Minister of Defense here, where we are dedicated.
What do you think about
to the
Venezuela?
counter-cartel effort here? Criminality knows no boundaries, whether it's the United States of America and Washington, D.C., or it's the Caribbean and the Western Hemisphere.
All right, so obviously we're talking about Venezuela. Yes, we're going to get to your question, madam. Just chill out for a second. We had 2 of our American citizens actually killed, so just hold it. Calmate for 2 seconds. All right, so here is now Governor Patrick Moresy, who came out and said, latest on the attack. Here is from the governor. 43 seconds.
Earlier today, 2 West Virginia National Guardsmen were brazenly shot in Washington, D.C. This was an act of unspeakable violence. Our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the brave service members, their families, and the units who are enduring this terrible tragedy. We're going to work hard with West Virginia. I know the state stands behind the Guard. I know the President, who I just spoke to, stands behind these courageous service members and our state to get through this really difficult time. But just know, we're going to keep working to make sure that justice is served.
All right. And then he just cut it because apparently he must have. That was the good take. All right. So, no, they're not dead. If I said that they were killed, I'm just talking in generalities of them shooting and killing our people. But these 2 National Guardsmen were not killed. They said that they were killed originally. I think even the governor came out and said they're dead. And then they reversed that. So apparently they're in ultra critical condition. They have not been killed. Their lives are going to be forever changed. And we're praying that they, pull through. My comments about them killing our people is they're shooting in an attempt to kill our people. And they've been very successful in many other domains, murdering American citizens. And so it's in generalities. They wanted them dead, and fortunately, they're not dead. So we're going to be praying for them and their recovery, but their lives will forever be changed, obviously, because of this monstrous act from somebody who should not have ever been in our country. Joe Biden brought everybody in. They said, oh, you're legal. You're illegal. We're applying for asylum. Oh, you are? Why? You're an able-bodied young man. You should go find a job in your home country. Oh, my pupusa business is my mom's pupusa business is under attack from a gang. And, oh, okay. Oh, no, you have a little economic hardship, or there was a slight breeze, or it rained for a little bit longer than you expected. And so now you're a refugee. Come to America. Here, come on in. They bought them plane tickets for their family members, like an Uber app, to just bring in and import illegal aliens into our country. Now, they were technically legal, but they were an exploitation of the law because we had traitors and treasonous leaders who were exploiting the laws to wreck our country. Pam Bondi was also out yesterday, and she was unloading on, or maybe this one was this morning, unloading on these leftist idiots who are watching our society eliminate itself by the importation of foreigners. Every illegal alien or every alien in here is taking a portion of our America away from us, including the lives of our fellow countrymen. And we're just sick of it. We've had enough of it already. We've had enough of it for a long time. And it's like, you guys, will you please help us save our country, please? Are you okay with aliens coming in here on some stupid whatever status and then murdering our people? Many of them are okay with it. Okay, that's the sick truth of this. But every illegal who comes in, they're taking a seat in the hospital, taking a seat in a school, gobbling up housing, stealing jobs that they don't deserve. And if they're such an economic boon to our country, they can go be an economic boon to their individuals down in their home countries. Here's Pam Bondi talking about these lunatics who, for whatever reason, are so brainwashed with diversity and equity and inclusivity, and they don't even know what it means, that they would be okay with an invalid America, a dead America, as long as they could feel in their little heart of hearts that they were good people.
The best of the best. They are working so we can all go to church, so our kids can go to school, so we can celebrate Thanksgiving with our families. Yet this horrific tragedy happened right now, and these families are having Thanksgiving at the bedside of their children and their family members.
Just heartbreaking, Madam Attorney General. And I know that the motive is not yet known, but I do wonder if you have a reaction to the fact that we have just witnessed for months several Democratic politicians blasting, decrying the administration's effort to put Guard troops in cities like Memphis, in cities like Washington. You just had one of them, Alyssa Slotkin, last week talking about warning that the National Guard was going to shoot Americans, but yet we saw just the opposite. This appears to be a targeted, blatant attack on the Guard troops. Your reaction?
Yeah, I can't, again, talk a lot about the facts, but yes, I agree with you. What these lawmakers are doing, what some of these news anchors on other networks are doing, what their guests are saying is disgusting. It's despicable. They should be praising our men and women in law enforcement. And we are looking at everything they have said and why they said it and if they encouraged acts of violence. But it is, it's actually sad what our country has come to with these progressive left idiots who are doing this and saying this about our heroes who are keeping them safe. And some of the people, let me continue, who are saying this, they have security details to keep them safe. It's unbelievable to me.
Me too, Pam. I think she's talking about the Seditious Six. But all right, so that was from Pam. We also are seeing that the Seditious Six are responding. Ex-CIA Senator Alyssa Slotkin, one of the Seditious Six who was in that video that they made saying, our troops are really committing illegal orders. Without saying that, they said, don't commit illegal orders. And we're just advising you of the law. Well, they already know the law. They're very well trained. So are you saying that their superiors are telling them to do illegal orders? And so you're trying to undermine the chain of command and insert your instruction over the military's proper instruction? Or are you implying that they're bad people? They have been doing this forever. They've been saying ICE agents, National Guard who are on the city streets to facilitate and help ICE from being attacked from the Antifa maniacs are bad people. And they're creating apps to dox them and to track them down and to harass them. And they say that they're kidnapping people off the streets who are illegal aliens in our country, many of whom have lawful orders of removal that they don't want to talk about. Why are you deporting them so quickly? They're not even getting any due process. Yes, they had due process a long time ago. They had due process 5 years ago when they had the removal order already signed off on by an administrative judge in the executive branch. All of it was valid. They got them and removed them so quickly because they were here doubly illegally. They've already had all the due process in the world, so we picked them up and removed them. But the National Guard members in the military, they are doing bad things. So Mama Alyssa needs to come out and make a video about all of this so that they can be nudged back into compliance. Then after this happens, these lunatics come out And they start posting like they have all of this, sadness and remorse for what happened. I thought you just said that these people are basically committing illegal and unconstitutional acts. She comes out, and we don't even have to shred them because the comments will do it on all 6, says sending prayers and strength to the friends, families, and fellow guardsmen of the 2 West Virginians who were shot in Washington, D.C. These individuals signed up to serve because they cared about their community and their country, and to have this happen the day before Thanksgiving is heartbreaking, period. From Alyssa. Then everybody comes out and shreds her. Hey, Data Republican says, hello, Senator. You do not care about the fallen National Guard members at all. You do not get to pretend otherwise. Here's why you're a liar. You talk about offering prayers, but your party mocks the idea of prayer every time a Republican talks about it. When Kirk was killed, you answered with calls to lower the temperature instead of acknowledging you guys shot and killed him because you said he was a fascist. You said nothing about Jay Jones, who wanted to murder the children. Then you released a seditious video urging defections. You're part of a movement with a serious problem. You guys have lost your grip on reality. You can respond and prove me wrong if you can. She can't. Matt Beebe says, shame on you, Senator Slotkin. The collateral damage of your disgusting partisan and seditious attacks on the military is reduced public trust. It was predictable what evil crazies would do after you keep saying that our servicemen and women are kidnapping people off the streets and there's a fascist takeover in America. Buzz Patterson, stop it. Have you no shame? Your video did this. Resign immediately. Brian McNally says, traitor getting ratioed. Hilaria Bryden, ESQ, says, no, you aren't. You're working with your staff to come up with a defense you can use when people remind you of the accusations you made against the Guard. Pasobic shout out says, go away and never come back. Here's a keyboard that we could all send over and start using every time we're communicating with Alyssa Slotkin. All right, if your children are watching the show, put some eye muffs on them. All right, now, that's just Alyssa Slotkin. Okay, that's one. Then we've got Captain Mark Kelly, who went on with Jimmy Kimmel. These people are such dorks. They come out, they attack the military. They exploit their position formerly in the military to do that. And then Mark Kelly goes on with Jimmy Kimmel, and they're going to talk about how he's under investigation for his seditious behavior. Then, while they're all just playing patty cake with themselves and sniffing each other and smelling each other's butts, then we get 2 shot National Guard service members. Then he comes out with this little stupid statement. He says, thank you to the first responders who subdued the suspect that shot the National Guard members earlier today. It's an awful thing for a family to learn a loved one was shot while receiving mixed reports of their well-being. And of course, his wife was shot, remember, in Tucson. So everybody's responding to this. So he's kind of saying, I remember going through this. I remember when they shot and tried to kill my wife. So he says, here, a bunch of comments. Douglas Mackey, you voted for this. You voted for the refugees. They're here because of you. American AF says, you caused this. You deserve life in prison. Hilaria, give it a rest. You make it about you when you go on The View. So that's all they do. They're just like little pathetic celebrities who just want to be hanging out with Jimmy Kimmel. And they all want to start their podcast. Susan Russo says, it's awful for U.S. senators to insinuate the National Guard members will be shooting citizens in the streets like you guys did. Alpha Shark. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, but yeah, shout out to the first responders. I mean, we agree in substance with what he's saying. Like, obviously, shout out to the first responders. Why hasn't this man been recalled and is facing immediate court-martial? Please bring this man in, getting shredded. Okay, so Mark Kelly is over there, and he's not alone. All of them are. Jason Crow, who is also one of the Seditious Six, who also jumped in the video, said, I'm horrified by today's tragic shooting of 2 brave National Guardsmen. Our service members are the very best of America. It's true. Maybe you should stop belittling them and undermining them. Violence like this is unacceptable. Yeah. My heart is with them, their families, and the dedicated men and women of our National Guard. Ryan Fournier. I doubt you're horrified. You wanted this. Vince, you have blood on your hands. Tim on point. Quiet, child. Lori Mills. This man stayed silent while our whole country was invaded. This man villainized our National Guard as the Gestapo. This man told the military to break the chain of command. Horrified, he's responsible. Matt Beebe says, then stop sowing doubt in the integrity of the chain of command with your seditious partisan attacks. Their blood is on your hands. Matt Beebe. Professor Nez, right next door on YouTube. You did this. Paul, you caused this with your inciting of violence against our service members. I hope you get life in prison. Says Gunther, you did this, you effing traitor. Cynical says, you killed them with your Marxist rhetoric, as surely as if you pulled the trigger yourself. Dang, that's heavy. So you're a reprehensible cretin. You can see they're not being treated with a lot of respect on there, nor do they deserve it. Chrissy, Houlahan. She also made a post, another one of the seditious six. Here's one from Douglas Mackey. You're a flat out disgrace. Sit this one out. You have blood on your hands from your little stupid video. Then why did you say the National Guard was deployed against the citizens? You said this back in October, Chrissy. You said our commander-in-chief looked 800 of our most decorated generals, and you deployed them. The deployment of the National Guard, she said, against our own citizens, like they're enemies, right? The military is taking over. Trump is deploying them to seize power because he's a fascist dictator. This is more than unconstitutional. It's unconscionable. Okay. So if this senator, you can just follow the bouncing ball. Trump's deployment of the National Guard to the streets of DC or these other cities is unconstitutional. There's an illegal order. Is at least one of them posted about it. This was before their little video was made, but you can see where this is going. Okay, if the deployment is unconstitutional and the seditious six are telling these servicemen and women, including the two who just got shot, that they don't have to follow unlawful orders. And if the deployment's unconstitutional and they're on the streets, well, then they're following unlawful orders. And what does that make them? Oh, enemies of our own citizens. So that's what Chrissy was saying. That's the logical extension of her own rhetoric. Then they come out after somebody goes and shoots and kills one of these people who she just said is an unconstitutional, illegal orderer follower who is a dictator on our streets attacking our own citizens. Somebody else who's here brought in by Joe Biden and lapped up by the Democrats, some Afghan alien, maybe not an illegal alien per se, but an illegal alien in spirit, no doubt. And she watches him shoot somebody else, and then she comes back with a little statement. They said, well, you're causing this, okay? You're enabling this type of sentiment to explode. Yep, so she's getting ridiculed over there, rightfully so. Who else is here? Maggie. Oh, yeah, she's married to Jake Sullivan, Biden's former NSA. She comes out, and again, I agree with their comments and statement in principle, because they all have to post a nice comment about it, right? Clearly. All of their PR teams are like, oh, crap. This is bad. She says, my heart is with the two members of the National Guard who were shot. They're serving because they love our country. I'm praying for them, their loved one, and for all Guardsmen. Thank you to every first responder who responded, acted with courage. May God bless our troops in the United States of America. Even the ones that are acting illegally. She didn't include that one in there. So here, Christy, what's up? Talmadge says, the seditious six, of which you are a part, told people in the intelligence services that Trump was giving illegal orders. The Afghan national who shot our two National Guardsmen yesterday worked with the CIA. Wow, before you guys brought him over. Nobody wants to hear from you right now. Maggie, Goodlander. Here's another one from Dr. Wu, right on Maggie's face. Traitor. Yeah, nice. American Voice says, praying for the two who got shot. And I haven't seen their identities confirmed, so we just want to be cautious about that and out of respect for the families. Yeah, Charlie Berkey says, hey, hope you're happy. Never mind, you're not even worth talking to. Really? When you chew your food today, I want you to remember that you and the other seditious five are responsible for a 20 and 24-year-old National Guardsman being shot yesterday. Their parents know it too. We all know it. Here's another one. Hey, go F yourself. The seditious six called for violence and got innocent people shot. You knew exactly what you were doing. You belong in prison for the rest of your life. You're enabling a color revolution, and all your statements were trending in this direction. Gee, almost 24 hours since it happened, you finally woke up. Yeah, and they were all a little bit late on this because they had to have their people write these statements for them because they're not that smart and they can't think for themselves. In fact, here, look, Goodlander, she came out, she posted a Happy Thanksgiving post before she even posted anything about the shot servicemen and women. Isn't that amazing? Hey, happy Thanksgiving, New Hampshire. Oh, by the way, her team finally got back to her. Probably took 5 drafts. I'd love to just see what their office was even, what do we write in here? How do we address this? So there's more. Congressman, another Chris Deluzio, another seditious six. He says, heartbroken to hear of the shooting of 2 West Virginia National Guardsmen in D.C. Just awful. I'm praying for these guardsmen and their loved ones in this terrible time. Didn't you just say that, or at least another one of your video pals just said that it was unconstitutional to have the guard out, and that in your little video, don't follow illegal orders, which would be a deployment of an unconstitutional National Guard deployment? Yeah, so you're just heartbroken. I can't believe it. Wow. You guys were essentially saying anybody who was deployed was following an illegal order. America Voice says, accountability starts with you. Your reckless rhetoric spread across the mainstream media and helped create the climate that led to this attack. How many more lives need to be shattered before this stops? This cannot be ignored, and it needs to end. Lakota said, surprised you had the guts to say anything today. Might consider that it's your irresponsible and dangerous rhetoric that's inciting insane leftists to this violence. Julie says, Democrats and protesters' rhetoric and violence are hurting everyone. The party of hate and violence don't care about our military soldiers and their families. Let me tell you, we're in rage and angry. Heartbroken equals we done goofed. Yeah, they're all heartbroken about it because they're like, oh, we got caught in responsibility for this. You put targets on their backs. You own this, Chris. Did the shooter who ambushed our guardsmen today in D.C. kill them because they thought that they were obeying illegal orders? Yeah, maybe. Squirrel's another one, calling them the Seditious Six. And so one after another, they're getting lambasted appropriately. No one believes their little PR workshop statements coming out saying, oh, we're so heartbroken for this. You are of the position that the National Guard being deployed on the streets is unconstitutional. You're filing lawsuits, your party is, and you just made a video. Anybody following illegal orders is going to be in trouble from them. And now 2 are shot and fighting for their lives. So that's from the Democratic Party, and now they're trying to walk it back. Ruben Gallego from Arizona. He said, I'm absolutely heartbroken to hear of the shootings. My prayers are with them. Now, he was supposed to be in the video. He got a script, but couldn't get it done in time. Remember when you were threatening everyone yesterday, Ruben? If you come after us, he was screaming, if you come after Mark Kelly, we're coming after you. Don't even think about it. Just wait till we're back in power. Screaming at everyone. Look at all these comments. You did this. You should be arrested. Please stop agitating. Resign. Stop suggesting the military's doing illegal things. Getting wrecked out there, and appropriately so. So Johnson was out. He says a suspect is now in custody. Please join us in prayer for the National Guardsmen who were shot and pray for their loved ones. The National Guard has done heroic work. We're forever grateful for the swift actions of law enforcement and for all those who risk their own lives to protect everyone else. Fetterman was out saying, this is awful and tragic. My deepest condolences to the families of these 2 members of the West National Guard. The Guard is the very best of us, and these members' service to our country will never be forgotten. Well, Fetterman is a Democrat, but he was not in one of those videos. And Stephen Chung over at the White House really summed this up for a lot of us, I think. People like Jane are now saying these poor National Guardsmen should never have even been there. If they weren't on the streets, then we wouldn't have shot them. So just take them off the streets, which is a weird argument that they're making. I've heard this from a lot of people, actually. Well, we wouldn't have any illegal aliens if we just legalized them, you know? And just brought them into the fold. It's like, okay, you wouldn't have any DUIs either if you just got rid of DUI laws and just made it legal to drink and drive, kind of a thing. And so just don't enforce the law. If you want to enforce the law, bad things will happen to you. Jane, some lunatic from, looks like New York, says, this is so tragic, so unnecessary. These poor guardsmen should never have even been deployed. I live in D.C., she's in D.C., and watched as they had virtually nothing to do but pick up trash. It was for a political show, and at what cost to secure the region? So I guess that means they should just be shot? So anyways, here's what Stephen Chung said. Jane, respectfully, Stephen Chung works for the White House. This is why this one carries so much oomph behind it. Says, Jane, respectfully, how about you just shut the up for trying to politicize this strategy? Just shut the up. They were protecting DC and trying to make the nation's capital safer. People like you who engage in ghoulish behavior lose all credibility, not like you had any to begin with. Thank you, Stephen, for saying what we are all thinking. And here's more from Stephen Miller explaining we're sending a bunch more troops out here. We're going to double down on this effort, courtesy of Stephen Miller.
What you heard tonight from President Trump, the breaking news here tonight, is saying that his government is going to accelerate efforts to review every person added to this country over the last 20 years, or the last 4 years, all 20 million. Now, obviously, if you're illegal, you're out automatically. But everybody else who was brought here, refugee, asylum status, whatever status, as he said, if you're not someone who loves this country, if you're not adding benefit to this country, then we're going to send you out of this country. Because it's enough already. No one else has to die. No one else has to be murdered. No one else has to be shot. No more empty seats are needed at the Thanksgiving table or the Christmas table because of what Democrats have done to this country. So tonight we heard from a commander-in-chief a historic announcement, a brave announcement, exactly what America needed to hear, Kellyanne. What you heard tonight
that
from
was very nice
President Trump.
from Stephen Miller. And apparently they have identified the two National Guardsmen. And you can see we've got their photos right here. And prayers up for them. All right. So this Thanksgiving, as we're spending time with our friends and family and being thankful for all of the things, prayers up for these two National Guardsmen. Authorities say wounded troops were sworn in less than 24 hours and have now been identified. U.S. Attorney for Janine Pirro says prayers go up for two service members. Prayers up for Sarah Beckstrom and for Andrew Wolf, and a speedy recovery for both of them. Lord, hear our prayer. Both Beckstrom and Wolf are out of surgery. It's good news. They remain in critical condition. So prayers up for them and their families. Sarah and Andrew sworn in less than 24 hours. What just a horrific thing. So we're so grateful for so many things. We're very thankful for all of the beauty and amazingness that we have in our lives. And we'll pause to send some healing love and energy to Sarah and Andrew and their families as they recover in the hospital. Just terrible. Just terrible. So prayers up for them. My friends, thank you for being here. All right. So a little bit of a heavier Thanksgiving stream than we anticipated. Let's see what you say about all of this. And then I'm going to see if we can drag my family down here. We've got Mama G is here. Joey's in the house. My beautiful wife, Alexis. We'll see if Greg wants to come say hello. They're all here, and we're going to be embarking on some Thanksgiving festivities and activities this afternoon, which is why we're here a little bit and having a bit of a shorter stream. But they're going to come down, and I think we can talk about, well, look who it is. It's Mama. It's Mama G. Speaking of Mama. What's up, Mama?
Nothing. I'm just in the kitchen cooking.
All right. You want to tell us what's on the menu?
All right.
So here, let's get mic'd up.
I don't know. You know, where's the camera? Where am I looking?
Right here, and then we're going to get you this mic.
All right.
Good timing.
Yeah, I told JoJo to come down too.
All right. Let's boost this mic
so,
up.
Let's see. I won't tell you my age, but I will say that I have cooked many, many, many turkeys in my life.
Yes.
And they all turn out pretty good, but I decided to do something a little bit different, and I found this recipe that looked great, but I'm learning this morning that it's also quite complicated. So I got to get up there and study the recipe a little bit more, but you know, it's got like putting the turkey in the oven at one temperature, then waiting 30 minutes, then increasing the temperature, then waiting 30 minutes, reducing the temperature. So I don't know. I may just resort to tried and true recipes of the Gouveia family and just see how that works out.
Love it.
Okay, then Alexis, of course, you know, it's either mashed potatoes or scalloped potatoes. We chose scalloped potatoes this time, so I'm making those. Believe it or not, I have never made a green bean casserole in my life. So I decided to try that. So we'll do that. And of course, candied sweet potatoes.
Love it.
I'm not a pumpkin pie girl, but I am making a delicious pumpkin cake with cream cheese frosting. And Greg loves apple pie, but I'm not making him an apple pie. I'm making him apple turnovers.
Well, it's going to be delicious.
So that's what we got going today.
Good. And that sounds great.
Yeah.
So we got all that cooking today. And yesterday, we read through the Emmaus article.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was really nice of you, Rob, to put that out there.
Well, it's amazing work that you're doing. Can you give us an update? Do you have another event coming up?
Well, yeah, we actually have an event coming up December 5th, 6th, and 7th in Scottsdale. If people can get themselves here, beautiful Scottsdale, great weather this time of year. I have scholarships for the retreat if anybody felt like they wanted to get on an airplane and come to Scottsdale. It's a great retreat.
And it's for grieving parents.
It's for grieving parents, parents who lost a child at any age by any cause, no matter how long ago. So we have all kinds of different losses, and the retreat is really meant to kind of share our experiences grieving parents. It does have it's kind of religious, Christian, quite a bit of Christian content in it. And some prayer, we do some singing, we do a labyrinth walk, some letter writing, and it's really quite amazing.
And it's a couple days.
It's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. It ends Sunday at noon. So it's always good. We've done 15 of these retreats.
Amazing.
And then 2 weeks ago, we did a Broken and Blessed retreat, which is for suicide only, all relationships. And that was a really big retreat, and it was really quite transformational for a lot of people. So I just want parents to know that, it's kind of like the worst grief in the world, not to compare griefs, but to lose a child. And I just want parents to know that there is hope for happiness and joy, and you learn how to live with the loss of a child in a healthy way, and that we can all mourn our children together. And that's part of it, being part of a community that helps us all, process our grief together.
Yeah, and I thought yesterday we were talking about the article and about how, it kind of was a journey for you to get to this strength, to this level where you could work with these other parents. But the process is, some of the healing, I think, comes from the helping of the others, right? So it's like the sooner you can get to helping and working with other people, the faster you can heal, and then share that healing with the next person. Yeah,
even if it's just one person, even if it's just your neighbor who also lost a child, just reach out, let them know that you're there. You don't have to do any big splashy things. Just remind them that you're always there for them. And if you're a grieving parent, reach out to another grieving parent, become part of a community. There's so many great communities out there, but we work with Dr. Alan Wolfelt, who is kind of like the world expert on grief, and he has what they call the 6 needs of mourning, and the sixth need is to be able to be of service to others. And it doesn't have to be in a big way. It can be in a small way, even just bringing by a cake or doing some laundry or something like that, especially for parents who are in early grief. So yeah, it's all good. It's all, we make it. Somehow we survive. We think we can't survive, but we survive. Our whole family survived.
We made it. Yeah, I know. We're making it. You're a good mama. You're leading us through, mama. Where do people, if they want to sign up or go or look into that, where do they go?
Oh, they go to the retreat center, actually. It's called thecasa.org. It's a 25-acre retreat center. It's a Franciscan retreat center. It's at the base of a mountain. It's just absolutely beautiful property. But it's called thecasa.org. And you can go to the retreat programs portal and find us and just go ahead and register if you're interested in coming.
Yeah, and it's in a beautiful spot. The Franciscan Renewal Center, it's like right tucked in Paradise Valley. It's very good healing energy. You go there, you kind of feel like the spirituality just all around you. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Well, awesome, Mama. And then I'll be on dishes duty. So I'm sure you'll leave a lot of those.
Yeah, well, Greg's out there preparing the turkey.
Okay.
Because I don't like to touch that inner part of the turkey.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to have Joey do some chores today too, which is quite rare.
It is.
I'm helping.
All right.
All right, Mama.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving to all our watcher friends. We love you, and we really hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving full of gratitude and fun.
Love you, Mama.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming to say hi.
Yeah.
All right, my friends, that's my mama, Mama G. And guess who's next up here? Dun, 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 dun. It's Joey G in the house.
Go ahead, Mom.
All right.
Welcome. Man, look at his shirt. Doesn't it look so good? Here, scoot in here a little bit. Get in front of the camera.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, my man. So give us an update. What nice, perfect. Coughing in the mic. Love that. What's going on? What's happening out there today in the world? You gonna give us a movie update or tell us what's coming out in new releases soon?
I saw Topia 2. It's already out yesterday.
Which one is that?
CRO. Supertopia.
Supertopia.
Number 2 is out.
Is it? Did you see it yet?
Now I'm going to Saturday.
Saturday, you're gonna go see it with Timmy?
Yep, I am.
Oh man, have you guys seen any other good movies lately?
Not that much, because I'm just biggest fan of Schwarzenegger stuff a lot. I need more posters for all my Terminators.
For Terminator stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. What's your favorite Terminator or Arnold movie?
Genesis, Starfate, and The War.
So the Terminator movies?
Yep.
All right, well that's good news.
I got the haircut too, right here.
You did get a haircut. That looks pretty good.
Yep.
And so what else is new? Give us some other updates.
I'm gonna tell you about that later. I'm upstairs.
Okay. Well, do we have any other movies to talk about, or what else do you want to talk about?
I don't want to move right now. Sometimes like you have problems but go for a friendship.
Oh, we want to talk.
Call me about it. I might help you set it up for you guys.
Boyfriend and girlfriend stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be kind of difficult. Did you see?
What?
I was looking up some stuff. Did you see this one that they made for you?
Oh my God!
Look at this! Look at this!
That's my favorite movie right there too.
You like that one?
Yes, I like that one.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I went to Genesis, number 5.
Genesis.
Yeah.
I think Giga made that for you.
Let me see that is.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And we have some other ones too.
Nice.
But that's a cool one, right?
Yeah.
That's Arnold. That's from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
You want to give us a rundown on what you like about that movie?
Why? Because it's cool. I want that clothes so much. Boots, motorcycle, and that's what he says in the movie.
Yeah, what does he say? I need your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
Yeah, I just
Something
seen
like
of the ball in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from G-Gum. She made that for you.
That's
Pretty cool, huh?
good. I love you.
He loves you. All right, so that one's awesome, and I have some other ones too.
Please.
But let me see. Let me see if I can find them.
I love you.
Where else we got them? We love you too, man. Let's see. I think we also had this one. This is not Terminator, but this one we had too, which is pretty cool.
Oh, don't tell me Captain America.
Captain America. Look at that one.
That's cool.
You look pretty cool too.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
I am biggest fan of Schwarzenegger, not Captain America anymore.
Oh, you moved on to Schwarzenegger now?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I'm sure we got some more of those somewhere.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, well, what else, man? What else should we talk about today?
I'm just biggest fan of Schwarzenegger. Why? Just let me think.
Okay.
Just my day is number 2. I want number 40. Why is up a machine? The face on it.
On a machine with a face on it.
Yeah.
Like Terminator.
And sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Get it out.
One is number 3 was a machine. Genesis, number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And number 7, end of the war.
Good, man. That's a good list.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's a good list.
Well, I'm going to eat my breakfast right now. I get my stuff done. Always, I'll be back.
You'll be back. Thanks for saying hello, man. Say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, too.
Happy Thanksgiving, you too.
All right. Love you, man.
You too.
Thanks for saying hello.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Right on. All right. So you want to get Alexis, too?
Yeah.
Head on up there. All right. So, my friends, thanks for letting me share the fam with you. They're here. Joey's very excited to come talk about movies and how much he loves Arnold, because who doesn't love Arnold? I mean, who doesn't love those movies? And Joey certainly does. What a beautiful day. All right, so my friends, and we got some donos too. Thank you for sending this stuff in. You guys are just great. Look what we got here. Happy Thanksgiving with the Trump dance, baby. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. President. Steph D, what's up, Steph D? 21 months as a membo. Great to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, Rob, and all the Watcher fam. And Muffin Rando says, happy first Thanksgiving as a married couple. What perfect timing. Thank you, Muffin Rando. Thank you, Steph D. Look who's here, my beautiful wife. Hello, baby.
Hi, handsome.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Watchers. Thanks for spending Thanksgiving with us. Axel also came in, so
Amazing.
Axel's here too. Happy Thanksgiving from Axel. Are you having a good morning?
Beautiful morning. We had a, good show. Sad day, obviously, with the shooting, but it's a good Thanksgiving. We're still grateful, praying for them.
Yeah.
And it's good to be here to spend time together.
Definitely.
What's going on up there? How are you?
I'm good. I talked to both my parents. Shout out to them. Happy Thanksgiving there. And your mom and Greg are just getting after it in the kitchen. I was like, is there anything I could do? They said no. Okay. So then I sat down.
That's great. Yeah, my mom came with a whole car full of just gear and bags and all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah, she's set. It's great.
we're loaded up.
They made breakfast, and so we can reheat that when we're ready. And other than that, I don't really know what to do with myself.
No? Good. That's good. That's good. Well, is there anything we wanted to talk about today? Are we doing gratitude?
Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys. Gratitude is like the most powerful thing in the world. Obviously, Thanksgiving has different themes around that. But I said to Rob a couple days ago, I was like, we should do a little gratitude segment. So wherever you are right now, drop something in the chat about what you're grateful for. And let's just fill the world and the chat with everything that we're grateful for. And Rob, you can go first.
I have so much to be grateful for. I really feel completely blessed. I think I'm right now feeling gratitude for family. The fact that we're all here together, I think, is awesome. This is our first Thanksgiving as a married couple.
Oh, I know.
And it's been about a month, almost to the day.
Yeah.
Almost.
We're past that.
Just past a month.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for our marriage, grateful for our family, grateful for our Watcher family, for our community here. We wanted to make sure we could come spend some time with our friends. We spend a lot of time going through the world together. So we're very grateful to be able to have that opportunity and to have friends and love and education and connection in the world. Very grateful for that. I'm grateful for our country. I really am. We have a lot that we talk about that's negative and that can be, kind of tense here. But I pause on a day like today and just reflect on all of the things that we really do have. The fact that we can have these conversations, the fact that we can have conversations about stuff that's important to us, whereas in other countries, you don't have those same privileges. I just feel, very blessed through and through to be a part of this fight for liberty and to be connected with good people doing it. So I'm just bursting with gratitude and thankfulness today. Maybe that's a little too much, but what about you, my love?
Quick story. So last night we were talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. The presidents. We were talking about placemats. I don't know how we got on the conversation. And okay. Anyways, it was as we were cleaning up from dinner, and Rob goes, I should just start a podcast so I can talk about all of these things. Yeah.
Well, we were ranting about something. My mom, mom was asking about something. I forget what the
we were
topic
talking
was.
About people who are naturalized being able to be in government.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. And I went on a whole little rant because we talk a lot about that here, about how we have judges and Mom Donnie and all these people who come in, they're citizens for like 2 minutes, and then they're suddenly federal judges that are affecting national policy and then lecturing us about the Constitution. So I was on this big rant. And I said, what would be a good idea? A podcast. I should start a podcast where we could start ranting about these things.
That was great.
Yeah.
Okay, my gratitudes are not totally dissimilar. I'm obviously very grateful for our one month of marriage. Little did we know it would be the best, wildest month in the shortest amount of time.
That's right.
Ever, making big decisions over here and just doing exciting things. And I couldn't imagine doing it with anyone other than you.
Love you, baby.
Love you. So very grateful for that. I'm also very grateful for my health. I was thinking about that the other day. That's something that has been a journey for me. So your health is like your biggest priority, honestly. And without your health, you really have nothing. So very grateful for both of that, yours and mine, and just being a good, healthy state. Same with our family. Everyone's good, healthy, safe. And I'm also very grateful for the work that I do. I got to have a couple great client calls this week, and everyone's feeling good and excited and readjusted and realigned. And it's just so fulfilling to do work that you love. I know you get to do it every day on the show. So I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, I'm just, if you guys have read the book, I wrote a book. I'm grateful for this year. Little did I know all of my dreams would come true in the year 2025. They all like manifested into real life. And so I'm very grateful for coming through everything that I wrote and to be in this life now. And I guess we could keep going, but those are the big ones.
That's beautiful. Yeah, those are great. And I share in many of those. I'm very grateful for all of those things too. Yeah, so we had some great, and my friends, thank you for jumping in the chat. Lots of great comments. And yep, Mosh G says, thankful for my family and health. We have someone shouting out Mama G. Kudos to Mama. Yeah, shout out to Mama. Let's see. My family and President Trump from Brian Hinkle. Yep, President Trump, another one there. Charlie, I see Charlie. My wife's snack making abilities. Wow, that's great. Tat in MD, shout out to that.
I'm grateful for Rob's pizza making abilities. He's really honed that skill this year.
Yeah, we can. I'm getting pretty good at it, no doubt. Let's see what else we got. Scrolling up over here. Grateful for family. Rub some dirt on it. Cat crap fever says God has always been with me, and I'm grateful. Jigam, God is with us. Dana, the Watcher family, we feel the same, Dana. Thank you. I'm grateful for everything, says Special Sav. Tori is home, sobriety. Another very good one.
That's huge.
Yeah, very good one. Kelly Sal now, thank you for hanging with us. Let's see. Jigam says, I need a picture of Alexis's parents so I can add them to the fam memes. I'm sure we can accommodate that. Hey, thank you, Spuds. Yeah, what a beautiful day. And my friends, thanks for sharing what you're grateful for. I think that there's good energy in that. I remember when I was...
Oh, I'm grateful for my 2 beautiful children who aren't with me today, but are happy and healthy.
Amazing. South Sea. Shout out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's good. That's great. Yeah, and our friends on Rumble. What's up, Liz? Thanks for hanging with us. Hey, Shino, I'm grateful for a loving God, his blessings upon us all, my family, human and canine, and my friends includes all of you too. What a nice comment, Shino. And shout out to your canine family. We got ours over here too.
He's laying down.
And Mama brought her 2, what are they?
Golden Doodles.
Golden Doodles, yeah. And they're beautiful, giant pups.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, as well. So awesome stuff, my friends. Thank you for sending those in and for hanging with us. Do you want to hang for some super chats? Do you want to go through some of these? So we got... and we also had your comments too, and your donos and membos. And Rick, thank you for sending this one in. Prayers up for Sarah Beckstrom and Andrew Wolf, the 2 guard members who were shot yesterday, and their families. They need them badly. Just terrible. It's just terrible. You know, very nice, young looking people. And it's prayers up. Rick, thank you for that. Prayers up for them. No doubt. All right. So thank you for that. Rick D says the White House photographer also got this pic of the president on the way to address the nation last night about the guard shooting last night. This is the most pissed I've ever seen him. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. It's very upsetting because this should not be happening. We should not have to have these people in our country. And we have maybe 20 million more of them for all we know. KC Cat, what's up? 10 months as a membo. KC Cat, thank you for being here for so long. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Pray for our country. We will. Definitely we will. Thank you, KC Cat. Thanks for being here for 10 months. That's a baby and then some. BJ Bumblebee, a president not afraid to show his heart or integrity. Yeah, I thought Trump's statement was very good, right? You could almost sense the somberness, the seriousness, the desire for vengeance. I thought it was a very good statement from him. Something that was reflective of how I was feeling. Golden Gaming, 2200, 25 months as a membo, coming up on 3 babies. That's a lot. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, America and watchers. Golden Gaming, happy Thanksgiving to you, my man. Hopefully it's going to be delicious and enjoyable. KC Cat, these 2 National Guard, a 20-year-old female and a 24-year-old male, had been in D.C. less than 24 hours and were unarmed. That's from KC Cat. Yep. Just there to try to prevent more violence, to prevent crime, and some maniac, alien, that Joe Biden brought in, shoots both of them. Point blank, in an attempt to murder them. Tony D, speaking of Minnesota, what a difference a day makes. This is Tuesday fog, Wednesday snow. Happy Thanksgiving, Minnesota. Well, it looks a little chilly. It looks a little chilly out there.
Is there a second picture? Yeah, that looks cold.
It looks cold. No, I think that's the picture. That's the picture. Stay warm up there, Tony D. What's up? Biology always wins, says Rockin' Rob. What kind of unconstitutional revenge Judge Boasberg shoved down the throats of we the people? I guess that's a... In other words, maybe the Republicans could make a video, one after another, and just say, judges, don't make unconstitutional rulings. Is that kind of where this is going? So in other words, if senators can cross the line and then govern the executive branch and now dictate military policy and substitute their judgment for the commander-in-chief's judgment, maybe the Republican senators can step in for the judiciary. See how that works? And they can just take over and say, hey, Boasberg, don't commit crimes like you're doing all the time. Yeah, there's the picture. Looks chilly. Thank you for those. Oh, there's
there's the snow.
There's the snow?
Yeah.
Oh, there is 2 pictures. Got it. So fog and then snow.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
I know you're not used to that.
No, I'm not. Got it. All right. So yeah, I was a little thick on the uptake on that one. Schlista, you know the deep state CIA is behind the Seditious 6. No way these Congress critters all made this video on their own. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, they're very good at rallying people to sign stupid letters that are not legitimate, like the laptop letter, the 51 morons who signed that one. And they like to pass around lists. You know, they come up with like 300 former law professors signed this document or whatever. So it feels like that. And I don't know who is organizing it, but it also feels like there was multiple layers to this. Like the idea was to make the video, then they would bait the Republicans into coming hard against them. And then they would use that as an indicator that there was something illegal happening, right? So in other words, nothing illegal is happening, but they're going to say something illegal happens. Then Trump will react. Then they'll say, that's the illegal thing, right? So it's almost like a bait. Or it's fundraising or whatever. But I think that they may have bitten off more than they can chew on this one, like many other things. And they were desperate to also change the story from Epstein and the shutdown failures and all these other things. So they were trying to like gin something up, but they're so irresponsible and psychopathic that they're not realizing that it's going to lead to people getting shot and almost killed. Arnold, thank you for that, Schlista. Arnold, 21 months as a membo. Thank you, Arnold. Happy Thanksgiving, Rob, to you and your family. Arnold, happy Thanksgiving to you, my man. Lou, happy Turkey Day, Rob and fellow watchers. 16 months as a membo. Coming up on 2 babies. Thank you, Lou. Brian Hinkle, happy Thanksgiving, Brian. Have a blessed Thanksgiving with your family. 11 months. Man, all these membos. Thank you guys for being here for so long. Very nice of you. Baby Cakes is here. You want to read one?
Sure. They've allowed us to sue gun companies, bars for serving alcohol. When can we start going after lawmakers and judges for the chaos they're bringing upon us? Only fair. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I think technically what we're talking about are official government politicians. So they have immunity in a way that the alcohol companies or the gun companies or the bars don't have. They're all privileged and protected from any personal liability. So the courts would say, the idea would be, if you have a problem with your governance, you go vote, right? Run for office, change your governance. You don't sue the people personally. But I certainly agree with your sentiment, at least, because there's almost no skin in the game for many of these people, right? If they make these policy decisions that have huge repercussions that reverberate across 370 million Americans, and there's like no consequences for them. Many of them are in districts that are so tribalized that they'll just be elected indefinitely no matter what they do. And when you have that happen, we have to ask ourselves, are we really a republic? Are we actually being represented? We're supposed to have a representative system of government. And if these people are not actually representing us, and this is something I've opined about a long time, which is we really don't have the same amount of representation that we had during the founding era. Remember, back during the founders, even in the Constitution and in the letters about the ratification of the Constitution, it was 1 rep to 40,000 people. We now have 1 rep to about 740,000 people, more than that. So we don't really have any representation. And then you get them elected in there, and then they don't impeach anybody, and they just send letters round and around we go, and you can't sue them. And the executive branch can spy on the senators and the House Republicans, and they still don't even care at all. So it's like, what are they doing? Are we actually being represented? I think the answer is no. Rubos. To Rob, Alexis, Mama G, Greg, Joey, and the incredible Watcher family. This Thanksgiving, we are overflowing with gratitude for your radiant spirits that lift us higher every single day. You too, Rubos. You transform ordinary moments into treasures. Your strength carries us through every storm, and your joy reminds us how beautiful life truly is. May your tables be abundant, your hearts even fuller, and your homes wrapped in endless warmth. All our love and gratitude forever. Love, the Rubos. From the Rubos, man. Amazing. Happy Thanksgiving from our friends, the Rubos. At rubosaltshop.com, which we're probably going to be using a lot of today because it's so dang good. Comes from the oceans of France. Don't you love Rubo salt?
I use it all the time.
G-Gum. Hey, G-Gum. What's up? Mama G is so beautiful, and you have a beautiful family. G-Gum, she must have access to our family photo album because this is from the photos from last Thanksgiving. Remember?
Yeah, that's exactly what we all looked like.
Remember your outfit? This is a real photo. G-Gum, I don't know where she digs these up. I don't know. We must have posted it somewhere. But G-Gum, that's how I look, really. I look the same. Our Thanksgiving photo is going to look just that good. Joey looks good, too.
Yeah, he does.
Joey looks great. G-Gum, that's amazing. Happy Thanksgiving. Look at this photo, man.
Oh, it's great.
It's a real photo. It's real. All right, so.
Mama G looking fire.
Mom looks great. Yeah, you look great. That's a good look.
We should make one of those. Like a throwback.
Oh
photo.
Yeah, like those. Yeah, those. Yeah, those.
You know,
are
where
fun.
you dress up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
We should actually just get those outfits and dress up like that.
That's
Rubos.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's great. That's great. G-Gum, hilarious. Looks good. All right, so the Rubos. Hey, Rob, thank you for your great. We are grateful for your shout out for our book, My Father's Miraculous Rock Suit, which remember we
read that.
We are very moved by your kind words. And as far as stealing the idea and encouraging others to do so, we say yes, right? Imitation is the highest form of flattery. In fact, we would be honored to share our process of writing and publishing the book based on family memories with anyone in the Watcher community who wishes to write a story. We are truly grateful for this amazing journey. Yeah. And first of all, Rubos, you guys are so generous and amazing that I figured you would have no problem with that, but thank you for confirming. And if you haven't checked it out, I would encourage you to do that. It's a nice tribute to your family story. And the way they assembled the book, there's family pictures in there. It's great illustrations. Like it's a memento, I think, or an icon. It's a family heirloom maybe that you can, I think, keep forever. And it was inspirational for me. I'm like, man, I should do that for my mama, kind of one of those things. So shout out to the Rubos, right? She's got stories and the meatballs, my mama's amazing meatballs or whatever, it's great. So check it out. It's called My Father's Miraculous Rock Soup. Beautiful story. And Rubos are amazing. Hey, Cat, we all just get along. 34 months, Cat, we all. I'm thankful to still be alive. Many close calls. We're glad you're still with us too. Cat, we all get along. Yeah. Health is important, as Alexis was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Sharpie, we're grateful you are too.
This one's for you, baby.
Sharpie guy, hey, Alexis, your book has been incredibly wonderful for my daughter-in-law, and her TikTok channel is gaining followers because she shares hope so much. That's beautiful. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Blessings all. Sharpie Guy, I feel like, did she rescue a cat or two? I feel like I saw that maybe on her TikTok as well. Thank you for sharing. I'm glad that she has enjoyed the book.
Awesome.
That was so nice.
Yeah, Sharpie Guy, good to have you. Thank you for that. Shout out to your daughter-in-law. Biology always wins. Mama Watcher, thank you for raising a wonderful man. At 39, he is bringing sanity to the small but feisty group of people. This year is my first Thanksgiving knowing my son and hubby alive and healthy and happy. Amazing. Biology always wins.
Beautiful. I'm very grateful she raised a wonderful man too.
Yeah, and if you're talking about me, I'm 40 now. I turned 40, I know. You didn't say anything about that. Thank you. But I said it. Yeah. I'm 40 now, man. I'm growing up. Ugh, it went so fast. Thank you, Biology always wins. Shout out to your son. Shout out to your hubby. Really glad that you guys are together. Families, everything. So happy Thanksgiving to you all. Thank you for the nice dono. Biology always wins. We love you. Just Rhonda. Hey, Just Rhonda. Asking what I'm grateful for reminds me I'm grateful for everything. I know. That's kind of what I was like, well, this, and this, and everything. I get so caught up in the fray, I forget what I have.
Yeah. And also, I think being in these seasons now where we do feel like we're grateful for everything is such a beautiful reminder of everything we've come through. Because there's been years where it didn't always feel like that, or at least in my life. So to be in this season now, it's lovely to remember how much we get to be grateful for. Thanks for sharing that, Just Rhonda.
Yeah, awesome. Just Rhonda. It's true. And it's always good to pause, and we can get caught up in the day to day, and you kind of can get, wrapped around your own axle a little bit. So it's good to pause and just, be thankful. Ken loves America. Were you against Hung Cao running for Senate? He's a naturalized citizen that was Trump endorsed. You can be naturalized and be America first and MAGA. I don't remember commenting on that one. I remember the name Hung Cao because it was like just such an amazing name. Because he's like a hung cow, it's like, wow, it's like such an amazing name. But I don't remember that. I would explain it this way. Like, our current rules are what they are. So I would support the best candidate who's running under the current rules, but I would absolutely prefer to have a no naturalized citizenship amendment for all of our positions. Like, you're just a citizen born here, you can become a judge. And I would support a rule like that. So I think, in other words, I could support both of those while being consistent. I want to win the game, but so if Hung Cao is the candidate, I would support the candidate because I want to have somebody in that seat as opposed to a Democrat. But as a general rule, I think that the same requirement that's in place for the presidency, I don't see why that shouldn't be applicable. If the presidency is so sacred, and it is, why do we have that for them, but not for federal judges, which are now acting like the president? Why are we doing this for senators who are now colluding with, or House representatives who are colluding with Jeffrey Epstein, or these types of things? So I want more Americans governing America, and I want less Judge Chutkins from Jamaica coming in, or less Amir Ali's coming in from Canada and then issuing nationwide injunctions. So if we lose like amazing guys like Hung Cao, if he is an amazing guy, I don't know much about him other than his amazing name. But if we lost him, then I'd say, okay, that's a fair trade-off. We might lose some good, naturalized America firsters. And in many ways, I do believe that people new to America have a lot of appreciation for America, more so than even many citizens do, which is a detestable thing, right? Like, you have these newly naturalized American citizens who love the country. They're so grateful to be here. Then you go over to California, you talk to some lib on the street, they hate the country. They can't wait for it to be wrecked and fall down. So there is a balance there, but it's I think, a much broader policy issue and something that we would have to work through, weighing the pros and the cons. But generally, I'd be more in favor of an amendment. Villa Plot, let's all say a prayer for all the patriots serving our country today, our soldiers and first responders, and the mothers who have an empty chair at their tables. Amen, Villa Plot. Amen to that. Thank you. And Sharpie Guy, and Gouveia family represents the best of American values. Man, I'm thankful for a peaceful life. Thank you, Sharpie Guy. Yeah, Mama's all American, man. My mom is so American, okay, just to be clear about this. She was born on July 4th, all right? So
it doesn't get any better than that.
So that's that. That's why I love America too so much. Biology always wins. He is going after Kristi Noem for not following his directive of stopping the deportations, but I will take that too. You think there's been some rumors that Kristi Noem might not be around forever, right? There are changes in administration. So we've seen rumors about Cash. We've seen rumors about Susie Wiles. I've heard some murmurings about Kristi Noem. We'll see. We'll see. Former LEO. There was a post that the shooter drove to D.C. from Washington State. Figure, says former. I don't know if it's been confirmed. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about this dude in time. Hey, rub some dirt on it. This is for you.
I would like to propose, let me get my voice relaxed. I would like to propose Alexis do more message readings. Not that we don't love your voice, Rob, but let's be real about whose voice is more soothing.
I know she has a great voice. And you've talked about that. Like you do these meditations and these readings so you could do a hypnosis or a...
Yeah, so I'm a trained hypnotherapist, and part of that is having like a hypnotic voice. We practice that. But even earlier in the year, it was, I don't know, maybe July, I started taking like voice lessons, speaking lessons as well. Because growing up, I had a very high-pitched voice, and little did I understand that your voice is like an instrument. And Rob was kind of a big inspiration in that. So I appreciate the compliment. My voice is something I've been working on all year. Rub some dirt on it.
It is, and it's beautiful. And the voice is like an instrument. You use it in the same way they say a lot of communication is nonverbal, because you're watching body language and facial expressions. I think the voice is a huge part of that. I can instantly listen to somebody and start to feel trust or skepticism based on how they're communicating, because I think it's hard to hide some of your underlying ill motives through your voice. People aren't as good at it as they are with their facial expressions and other things. Anyways, thank you for that. Rub some dirt on it. Good comment. LJ Basgall. Is the president obligated to ignore unconstitutional orders handed down from an unelected judiciary? Yeah, I think the argument would be yes, he is, in fact. And you could argue that it's in the take care clause of Article 2. And I think that there's a natural tension between the two. If the president has to do what the judiciary says, then the president is under the judiciary. Our system is built with tension between the two and an opportunity to disagree. So if the judiciary comes back down and orders the executive to do something, the executive is not under the judiciary. Okay, they can take it under advisement and act accordingly. And if the judiciary came back and said, violate everybody's free speech or go collect all guns or something, you would never want the executive to do that. So the executive would say, no, we're not going to go round up everybody's guns, even though the Supreme Court ordered that to happen. Then it would be up to the third branch of government to break the tie. That's why we got the three. If the Congress agrees with the judiciary, they can impeach the president for not following the order, remove the president, and then the next person comes in and takes that slot. But if not, then it's two branches of government versus the judiciary, and Congress can then go and impeach the judges who issued this illegal order, which would be violative of the Constitution. So that's kind of how we would measure that. You have a third branch that breaks the tie, which is why our system is so brilliant. But no, the presidency, the executive, is not under the judiciary. And you can see this tension really play out between the legislative and the executive branch, in that the legislative branch, if you look under Article 1, they have the responsibility to pass laws that are necessary and proper, right? So Congress will weigh in. They'll say this is necessary and proper for our government. Then the executive will take those laws and they'll have to take care that those laws are executed, but they have to take care of the nation, essentially. So if there's a tension there, Congress might think something is necessary and proper, but the president may say that it's not necessary for the care of the country. You have a tension there. And I think that's brilliant. We want that by design. We don't want it to be, they just say, spend all this money on USAID. And the president goes, okay, I'm just ordered to do this. We want tension. That's how we have a stronger country, because you pit them against each other. Great question. Ilana Embla, 41 months as a membo, says, they look so cute together. And maybe that's in this photo. What's this? Looks like a flower.
I think they're talking about you and Mama G.
Or maybe you.
Yeah.
Maybe you.
That was a joke.
Thank you for that, Elaine Embla in the house. We do look amazing together. Poppy PDP. Wow, look at this one. This is...
Do you think it's a hippo?
I think it's a hippo with a tail who's posting up.
Hippos have tails.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poppy PDP. Thank you for the nice dono and for the hippo and the hippo tail. Magic Stick, what's up? 30 months as a member. Hey, love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Prayers to the soldiers. Thank you, Magic Stick.
Amen.
Amen to that. 30 months as a member. We're very grateful for you. The Real Hydro PX. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family and all of the chat. May everyone have a blessed meal with friends and family. Amen to that too. The Real Hydro. Hopefully you're having something delicious. Lots of turkey, lots of dessert, all the things. Diane, may God save the USA. I'm grateful God gave us Trump Membos, Kirk Fam, and USA. It's a good list there. Really good list, Diane. Thank you for being here. 10 months, a baby and then some. Sharpie Guy, she rescued 3 puppies on the side of the road.
Yep, they now have 5 dogs. I saw that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Good to see you, Sharpie Guy. That's 3 puppies. Wow. She's not the pipe bomber, is she? Okay, that was a joke. Dan Sundin. Remember, because she was playing with her puppies yesterday. Dan Sundin, soon to be rewriting history in the greater Washington, D.C. area. We'll see. These 2, Robert and Alexis. Yeah, so we're flying out the day after Christmas.
Yep, gonna go check it out. I've never been there. You've been there a couple of times, but we got to go make sure we actually like it before we totally commit.
Definitely.
But we're going to check it out.
Because I have the tendency to just like buy telescopes and, like never use them again.
Say the odds are high. I would say the odds are high that we're going.
I think so too. Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity there and almost a calling to go see how we can help, however that turns out to be.
Yeah. Yeah,
good stuff. So we got Don over on Locals, couple comments. Don, what's up, Don? Happy Thanksgiving, watching the Watchers family. Happy Thanksgiving, Don. Thanks for being on Locals. You're amazing. This one came out from Michael Swisher. This one's from Mark Kelly, senator from Arizona. Says, military needs to ignore illegal orders. This is just a reminder for them. Trump says, okay, here's a reminder for you. Sedition is punishable by death. This is just a reminder for members of Congress not to commit sedition. Then Kelly, Jay, Trump just called for me to be put to death. No, I didn't name anyone specifically there, Marky. But if you think that it applies to you, it looks like you just admitted to sedition. Checkmate, swish, hole in one. Well done. That's a good one. Yeah, Trump's just reminding them, sedition is punishable by death. We don't take kindly to traitors. Don Fowler. I read somewhere on X that he was trained with the CIA. The shooter, Tobo, says he worked with the CIA in Afghanistan, Kandahar. That could mean many different things. From Don. Yeah, thank you, Don. Wow, look at this dish.
That looks delicious.
Amazing. Sadie, what's up, Sadie? Don't worry if there was something that does not look to your liking. You do not have to eat it. Made a dish for a friendly Trump supporter who had to work today. Turkey breaded tenderloin with teriyaki sauce, sweet potato casserole, broccoli, and Southern-style dressing. Pomegranate seeds, ricotta stuffed dates with hot honey drip, all edible. Dang, Sadie.
That looks delicious.
Look at that.
And that broccoli looks so vibrant.
That's
I just
good.
keep looking at how green it is.
Yeah, good colors. And man, I love some broccoli too. A lot of people don't, but I can get down on broccoli. Sadie, looks delicious. Enjoy. Spuds says folks on YouTube are blaming Trump for this attack. Well, we saw even on X, they're saying that he put the guard out there. It's like
I saw one comment this morning that was a response to someone's ex, and they compared that to saying a woman that was attacked asked for it because of how she was dressed.
Yeah.
And saying like, okay, it's his fault because he put them there is like the equivalent of, victim blaming, but he put them there for safety and they're unhappy about it because it's ruining their plans. Sorry, I know you were going to have much more to say about it, but it's just such different perspectives, right? Everyone is just seeing the world through their lenses and it's tough.
Yeah. We would like them to realize it's not okay to shoot people, and securing your city is not an excuse to go and shoot people, which is basically what they're saying. If they weren't there, this wouldn't have happened, which means that you're partially responsible for getting shot because you're there. And I agree. It's actually a brilliant analogy. I was saying earlier, I'm sure you were up there, but it's like getting rid of DUIs by saying it's legal to drink and drive. You just kind of remove the law, right? There will be no repercussions if you don't enforce anything. Is no way to govern your country. Thank you for that, Spuds, and brilliant comment, my love. Folks on YouTube are blaming Trump for this attack. Miranda, happy Thanksgiving, watchers. Happy Thanksgiving, Miranda.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It's going to be a good one. Tori is home. My recipe for pumpkin pie is add 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of cheddar cheese to the bottom of the pie crust after you bake the crust for a few minutes. Then pour your pumpkin pie filling and bake. Sweet and savory. It's super delish. What? Cheddar cheese in a pie? I think, don't people from Wisconsin do that? Don't you get a slice of apple pie and put like a slice of cheddar on top of it?
I don't know.
I puke my guts up just thinking about it. Hey, what's going on here? Dan Sundin, what's up? Dan shared, this is the article from Mama G. Yeah, over from the National Catholic Reporter. We read that yesterday at the end of the show. Amazing article. So many good people out there doing good things. Makes me want to be a good person, Amy Ann, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Amy. Thank you for being here. Sadie, hi, Joey. How is the printing going? And did you like your portfolio? Yeah, so he did. I asked him about that, Sadie, yesterday. He's printing a lot.
He loves his new printer.
He loves it. It's a reservoir printer, so you can just print and print and print. Thank you, Sadie, and thank you for the gifts for him, too. Amy Ann, a very heartwarming stream. Thank you for including us with your family today. Amy Ann, thank you for being part of the Watcher fam and for being here with us. We're very thankful for you. We're very thankful for the work that we get to do together and the time we get to spend together. So,
and I know Rob, really, I'm growing to it, but you are family. So thank you for being part of our family.
Yeah. And we really here believe that I think connection is very important for the future of our country, right? A lot of people can get very isolated and alone and disconnected, and that leads to all sorts of problems. It leads to health problems. It leads to societal problems. So we want to stay connected, and we are grateful for our time together. So we want to share time with you. To be genuine. So thank you for that, Amy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us and being a part of our family. We've got this. Here's the book.
Thanks, Dan, for sharing it.
It's over on Amazon. Definitely grab a copy and check it out because it's amazing and a lot of wisdom in there. Another great book over there, My Father's Miraculous Rock Soup. This is from the Rubos. Thank you, Dan. Dan, grabbing the links over there. So
nice.
Very awesome of you to do that. MyFathersRockSoup.com, another place you can go grab it. And lots of wisdom in those books. Very good stuff. Dan, thank you for those links. Well, my friends, all right. What a beautiful day it has been. Thank you for joining us on this Thanksgiving stream. We'll pause here. We'll go see what Mama's up to and get the Thanksgiving affairs underway.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be good. We're going to have a lot of food. But my friends, it has been a beautiful stream. Thank you for spending some of your Thanksgiving with us and hanging out, going through some of the news. Prayers up for our National Guard members, the two who got shot by some maniac out there and their families on this day. And thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of our community and part of our channel, saying hello to our family, and for sending all the love to Joey.
He looks so handsome in his shirt.
He does. He dressed up. He put a collared shirt on. He had he's like his other shirts on. Dress up over there. He's like, all right, Thanksgiving,
It's so good.
Paying respects. All right. So my friends, it has been beautiful. Once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of everything that we're doing. We're going to come back tomorrow. We'll have one stream tomorrow, probably about the same time in the morning. Say what's up. I know it's going to be Black Friday. Most of the government, everything is closed. So we'll come back. We'll check in and we'll say hello. But I hope that the rest of your day is amazing. You're spending time with friends, family, enjoying some food, resting, getting some relaxation in, recovering, and all the things. My love.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for making this life beautiful with us.
It is beautiful. We're blessed. Very blessed. All right. We had a couple of other donos that just came in, apparently. Let me make sure we're not missing anything. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, JS95 Bravo sent this one in. Hey, get gup. Is that what that says?
I think that is a hippo.
Or get good.
I think that's gup.
Gup or good? Get good. Man, this hippo is really a character. We like this hippo. JS95 Bravo, thank you for that. Thanks for the dono as on the way out. Zone Girl, happy Thanksgiving, Robin, Alexis. I am thankful my 3 boys have their health and jobs. Shout out to the 3 boys. My mom raised 3 of us. That's a handful. Are hard workers and women who care about them. What a good mom. My hubby and I are lucky to have been in our 7th decade and still in relatively good health. That's awesome.
Wow. Congratulations to you.
That's awesome, Zone Girl.
That's such an inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, baby, we got a lot of decades to go.
I know we do. And we're excited about it. That's a lot. That's a lot. My mom raised 3 boys, so I know what that was like. I was responsible for a lot of the difficulties. CFOs here says, hey, grateful every day all year for indoor plumbing. Tell me about it. It's great. You just flush it. It's gone. Both my grandmothers grew up without it. I was shocked to learn that at the age of 13, even now in winter, it is not to be taken for granted because pipes can burst. Hot water with no labor is a marvel. I begin the day with a prayer of thanks, and then there is HVAC, but also I forget what that stands for. Heating, venting, and air conditioning, I think, right?
Yes. Ventilation.
Ventilation. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, but I forget what that stands for, so we got it. Yeah, we're grateful for those things too.
When we moved in last year, it took us a couple days to get the gas turned on, so we had no hot water, and we were heating our hot water with an electric.
We were frozen.
What do you like?
Like
hot water warmer?
Like a hot pot, yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
a hot pot. And so it puts it in perspective. That's such a good comment.
It's a
We're
good
very
comment.
thankful for that too.
Yeah. Yeah. When we moved in, we're renting, and I think we were going to have the gas get turned on
The Friday before.
Friday, and then we were going to come in like Saturday morning, and the landlord was supposed to help us get all the things turned on, and they didn't at all. So they came and everything was off. So we had to wait till like Monday or Tuesday to get the gas on. So our house was like frozen, cold, solid. It was an adventure. We had fun. Zone Girl. No, a 100 DC residents would have been dead instead, and they would be hiding in their homes.
Yeah, if the National Guard wasn't there, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or in other words, like the murders that are happening in Chicago are acceptable to them, but the National Guard that come out to stop the murders in Chicago are not acceptable to them. Why is that? Why do they want more dead people in our societies? I don't know. Dan here says, well, it's because we do know, because they're Marxists and they have a different morality than the rest of us. Dan says, Outhouse and the Sears catalog for entertainment and cleaning material. I'm not really sure what that means exactly, but Outhouse is... Got it. So you're saying without the hot water, without the plumbing, you just go to the outhouse, you have a Sears catalog, and you just do your business there. The Sears catalog is your teepee that goes right in the outhouse. I got it. Dan, thank you for that. Is that how you do it?
Connecting a lot of dots there.
Yeah. The miracles of modern plumbing. We all are very grateful for that. All very grateful. All right, so my friends, we'll pause here. Dawn says, I'm grateful for my daughter-in-law. She is making farm-to-table Thanksgiving dinner. That sounds awesome. No boxes, no cans, all completely homemade. Hard Mead Farm is the name. Awesome. That sounds great. Yeah, that's going to be great. Good stuff. Okay, so my friends, thanks again for joining us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing and liking the video on the way out. We're going to pause here for the day. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll check back in, see what else is cooking out there. But we appreciate the time together. Happy Thanksgiving to you and to your families. And we hope you have a beautiful afternoon and a lovely evening. And we'll see you back here on the next one. Make it a great night, my friends. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, my beautiful friends. Now it's that time where the stream must end. You brought the heat with every chat and line. Together we expose corruption. One more time we dove in the truth where the media hides. Lit up the lies with receipts on all sides. The fight isn't over, but we made them sweat. We ain't done yet, no, not just yet. Because together we are nothing to hide. Drop a like and don't forget to share. And bring a friend who's ready to care. Tomorrow's lies are just today's news, but here we see through the scripted ruse. Together